Hi, my name is Dua. I'm 26. I am currently a fourth year European Studies student with the public stream. I've done 3 minors. One is media and politics, one is international European law with the focus on human rights law, and one is cultural globalization. I am Dutch Arabic, so I know a bit of both worlds.
Do you think people see cultural similarities such as architecture, language, and clothing?
I think that when you are in your own culture or in your own region, it's very hard to see different cultures. I think you only see another culture, you only see the similarities and differences if you leave your own culture, for example, by traveling or by looking up other cultures online, which is a great possibility to look up other cultures. So when you travel within Europe, for example, or within the Western world, you might see more similarities than when you travel to a different country, like somewhere in Africa or somewhere in the Middle East. You will notice some similarities, but I think you will notice more differences.
Have you ever been to Spain?
Yes, I have. I've been to Barcelona.
Did you notice outstanding cultural elements during your stay?
Yes, I am myself Arabic, and I found that there were a lot of similarities between the Arabic culture and the Spanish culture. For example, the architecture. There are a lot of Arabic influences in there, as well as the language. For example, they use the el and the la, which we use in Arabic as well. And the food is very similar to the Arabic food as well.
How do you feel about cultures influencing each other? Do you think the original should be preserved?
I think it's very good that several cultures are influencing each other, specifically when it has a positive influence on the world. For example, if we look at human rights culture, I feel like there needs to be one cultural view of human rights issues. However, I don't think it's possible to have one culture on every ground. It's very hard for people to force the people to listen to the same music, to watch the same movies. And different from that, everybody is not the same culture. You can come from the same region, you can do the same studies, and that does not make you share a certain culture. Because everything that you see, everything that you do, where you were born, your education, these are all subcultures. For example, I might be born in an Arabic country, my classmate too, however, her parents are working, or I'm doing a different education. So all of these kinds of things shape your culture and shape your individual view of life. So it's very hard to try and make that one global culture.
Is it fair to have policies in favor of the original inhabitants?
What do you mean by original inhabitants?
By that I mean people who have the Spanish nationality.
Okay. First of all, I don't think that is a good idea at all. When you choose to make policies for people in a different way, you choose to favor a different group, you tend to create tension between two groups in society. People who do not have the Spanish nationality will feel discriminated against. They will feel like they do not have the same opportunities as the Spanish people, and this will obviously create tension on political fields. People will tend not to get along. For example, if you do that on different grounds, such as schooling, you have schools for Spanish people, you have schools for different people. This will create tension because it is necessary for children to grow up with other people with other cultures. And furthermore, I find that when you want somebody to get a job, or when you want somebody to contribute to society, you base that on the fact that they have enjoyed a specific education, on their motivation, on their qualities, and not on the fact that they were born somewhere else, because that is something that is not in their hand. And the fact that they go to school, or the fact that they're motivated, is something that they do control.
Hello, my name is Roberto Barroso. I'm teacher of Spanish, and I have been living in the Netherlands for almost 12 years.
extent should foreigners adapt themselves to the country they live in?
I, th- I think if you are going to live in another country, you have to adapt yourself on this country. For example, I'm from Spain, and I have been living 12 years in the Netherlands, and I have to try to speak Dutch and to adapt to the Dutch culture.
Should history influence business today?
Of course, history influences business today. For example, in Spain we have a lot of commercial relations with South America, and it's about the history.